North Carolina News at 11 starts now.
Right now on CBS North Carolina, history made. Hillary Clinton accepts a Democratic nomination. We're live with a reaction from North Carolina supporters here and also in Philadelphia.
Plus a scorpion sting. Tonight, a worker at one of the busiest grocery stores in Raleigh is recovering and the store is responding.
And countdown to kickoff. Panthers training camp is officially underway.
We start tonight with the Democratic National Convention just wrapping up in Philadelphia. Hillary Clinton accepting her party's nomination and telling Americans they have a choice.
Her daughter Chelsea introducing her mother, saying she is the best choice for America. Good evening. I'm Sharon Taswell.
And I'm Sean Maroney. Thanks for joining us. The speech just wrapping up right here on CBS North Carolina. Hillary Clinton saying Americans must work together if they're going to rise together. She told Americans that Donald Trump is not the solution and stressed the country must work together.
Don't let anyone tell you that our country is weak. We're not. Don't let anyone tell you we don't have what it takes. We do. And most of all, don't believe anyone who says, I alone can fix it.
She talked about her plans as president, everything from creating more jobs to defeating enemies at home and overseas. We'll have much more reaction from the convention in just a few moments. But first, the big story affecting everyone tonight, the extreme heat. Today was the hottest day of the year for many communities in our area.
Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Wes Hohenstein still watching some warm temps tonight. He joins us with the latest.
It's been around all week.
Wes, and turning back now to the Democratic National Convention. Hillary Clinton just accepting the nomination. People all over the country paying attention.
Raleigh's no exception. CBS North Carolina's Amy Cutler talked with local Democrats about tonight's speech. She is live at the Democratic headquarters in Raleigh. Amy?
Well, Sean, there was a watch party here, dozens filling this room, this one of 3 rooms where they had Hillary Clinton's speech on. Now, there was a lot of energy and excitement in this room as Hillary Clinton took the stage. Now, this was a speech they had been waiting for. Among those here were several older women who were saying that they were proud that she had made it this far. Sean, Sharon?
All right, Amy, thank you. And 2 familiar faces from North Carolina also on stage tonight. Reverend William Barber, president of the state NAACP, and Dave Wills, an 8th grade social studies teacher from Greensboro, took the stage campaigning for Clinton. And delegates from our state witnessed it all firsthand.
Let's take you back to Philadelphia. Our Bo Minnick also witnessed it all in person. Bo, an exciting atmosphere there tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, it sure was, Sean. We had singing tonight. We have pyrotechnics. We have plenty of balloons that are out there on the floor right now. And we also had plenty of passion from the folks in this crowd for their candidate. Now, North Carolina's delegates say that there's still plenty of work, though, still that needs to be done before November.
Hillary has grit and she has grace.
And she has a place in the... And the delegates say they'll take that history, the energy from this night, from this convention, they'll take that back with them to North Carolina. And they say they're looking to win as many of the Democratic races as they can come this November. Live in Philadelphia, Bo Minnick, CBS North Carolina. On
the other side of the aisle tonight, the North Carolina GOP is apologizing after mistaking this pin worn by the vice presidential nominee, Senator Tim Kaine, for Honduras's flag. It's actually the Blue Star pin, or Blue Star Service pin, honoring Kaine's son, who is in the Marine Corps and just deployed. The GOP tweeted out the statement last night, quick to be corrected by a news reporter from New York. State GOP Executive Director Dallas Woodhouse issued a statement on Facebook today saying, in part, quote, "We offer our sincere and unqualified apology for the mistake made on Twitter last night. The tweet was wrong on the facts, wrong in tone, and should not have happened." He went on to say the staff involved is undergoing retraining and facing severe sanctions. And you can find our extended coverage from both the Democratic and Republican national conventions, as well as all campaign news right now on WNCN.com. Just scroll over the news tab and down to Campaign 2016.
In other news tonight, a Raleigh dad won his 3-year fight with the YMCA. Today, the Department of Justice announced a settlement to the YMCA of the Triangle. The Y must make several changes because of a case involving a young boy with diabetes. New tonight, Michael Hyland breaks down what this means for other local families. Michael.
What worried Bruce Hatcher is that there wasn't anyone around to treat his son in the event of an emergency, but now the Y says that's changed. Bruce Hatcher has become familiar with the risks.
North Carolina News at 11 starts now.
Right now at 11, a renewed search for a killer. Police asking the public for answers years after a man was left to die on a Raleigh road.
It's haunting. It is absolutely haunting.
A Pokemon Go run turns into a nightmare for two Raleigh teens, what they say they were forced to do after being robbed near NC State's campus.
Plus, the bathroom debate inching closer to the highest court in the land. But we start with several breaking stories unfolding right now. The first in London, a knife attack leaving one person dead and several others hurt. Good evening. I'm Sean Maroney.
And I'm Sharon Tazwell. Right now, we know one person is in custody. Police are not ruling out terrorism. Police say a man with a knife went on a spree in Russell Square. This is video just coming in. He was tased and taken into custody a short time later. The victim is a woman. The extent of the other injuries is unknown at this time. We'll continue to keep you posted on the air in this newscast and also online at WNCN.com.
Back in our area, more breaking news we're following out of Fayetteville. Within the past hour, police telling us they've charged a teenager in connection to a landlord's murder. Police are looking for 17-year-old Quintin Swan. They believe he killed 63-year-old Victor Sorello, the property manager at the Lakeside Mobile Home Park on Boxwood Lane. So far, no other arrests have been made. Anyone with information is asked to contact Fayetteville police. And the big story in our area for the past several weeks, the weather. Some spotty showers moving across central North Carolina tonight. And with those showers and clouds today, some relief from the heat.
Yeah, some. Chief Meteorologist Wes Hohenstein joins us with a look at the forecast. Wes.
We will take some relief after.
Well, today's storms created quite a mess in Statesville. This is an aerial view of the flooding there. The National Weather Service says as much as 7 inches of rain fell in a 5-hour window this afternoon. Crews responded to several water-related calls, including construction workers who had to be rescued by boat. None of them was injured. A push by Fayetteville police tonight to find this Honda Pilot. Police say the driver ran over and killed a man on purpose. That victim identified today as 31-year-old Justin Atkins. Police say he was walking along Patton Street in the Bonnie Doon neighborhood Monday morning when a person driving the vehicle you see here approached him and asked him if he had any drugs. When Atkins said no, the driver ran him over. Atkins went to the hospital where he later died. Please call Fayetteville police if you know anything. And if you'd like a closer look, we have these photos on WNCN.com.
In Raleigh, a push for answers from police in a similar case still unsolved. It's been 3 years since 26-year-old Dwight Smith was hit and left to die on Pettigrew Street. And tonight, police were back out asking anyone with information to come forward. CBS North Carolina's Michael Hyland has a new plea from officers and family members.
Magnifying your name, giving your name all the glory and all
the prayers haven't stopped.
We got faith. We know one day.
Rest in peace. Y'all ready? Set, go!
And that was Michael Hyland reporting. There is a reward for information in this case. Police want to remind you, you can remain anonymous if you have any information. More indications tonight. The issue of transgender students using the bathroom of the gender in which they identify could end up at the Supreme Court. Today, the highest courts in the land put on hold a lower court decision. It would have allowed a transgender teen in Virginia to use a bathroom that matches his identity. Now, this allows his school to bar him from doing that while the Supreme Court decides whether to take up this case. Now, the North Carolina Values Coalition responded to the action tonight, saying in part, quote, "We believe this ruling will have implications for North Carolina's HB 2 because this means that the Virginia case can no longer be cited as authority for the DOJ's racial new interpretation of Title IX." Well, earlier this year, the White House and Department of Justice ordered public schools to allow students use the bathroom and locker room consistent with their gender identity. Our coverage of House Bill 2 continues right now online at WNCN.com. Just scroll over the news tab and then down to HB 2. Well, lots of developments in the race for the White House today, both here in North Carolina and also on the national stage.
Questions of unity within the Republican Party for Donald Trump and vice presidential candidates campaigning in the Tar Heel State. But we start with the latest poll numbers for the general election. And that is a new poll just conducted within the past week here in North Carolina by the conservative-leaning Civitas. Gives Trump a 4-point lead. Here are the latest numbers. Trump leading at 46%, Clinton with 42%, a margin of error of 5%. Again, this poll conducted at the conclusion of both conventions.
And Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Kaine focused on jobs and the economy in his visit to Greensboro today. Kaine says the Clinton campaign believes it's vital for America to invest in manufacturing and infrastructure. He also talked about issues that are specific to North Carolina, including House Bill 2.
You all have stood up in a major way, and you said, this is not who we are. This is not who North Carolina is. These are not our values.
Well, earlier in the day, Kaine toured Amerifab International, a High Points manufacturer of bedding and window treatments. And tomorrow, Indiana Governor and Republican Vice Presidential nominee Mike Pence will be in Raleigh for a town hall-style event at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts. Doors open at 7:30 in the morning for the 10 a.m. event. And political reporter Bo Minnick will be there with live reports on the air and online throughout the day.
And that's not all. Late today, we got word from the Clinton campaign that former President Bill Clinton will be in the Triangle for 2 fundraisers on Friday. No word if he has a rally scheduled. On the national stage, questions of party unity for Donald Trump and his fellow Republicans. He says all is well, but some top Republicans say otherwise. Craig Boswell has the latest developments tonight from Washington.
People close to Donald News, the White House.
Even though Trump holds a slight lead in North Carolina, a new national Fox News poll released today shows Clinton with a double-digit lead over Trump. You can find all the latest campaign news in a special section of WNCN.com. Just scroll over the news tab and down to Campaign 2016.
And new tonight, police in Cary say the man who exposed himself at a card shop earlier this week is in custody. Police say several tips came in from the community after these surveillance photos were released. The Hallmark store manager on Kildare Farm Road says the man calmly exposed himself before paying for his purchase and leaving. He's been identified as 25-year-old Christopher Sumrell. He is in custody.
New tonight, police in Fayetteville say they were forced to draw a gun and shoot a pit bull after it charged an officer. This happened on Gertrude Street just after midnight. Police got a call about a man being bitten by 2 pit bulls. When they responded to the home where the dogs lived, they say the homeowner opened the door and one of the dogs charged officers. An officer shot the dog, which is still alive and in custody of animal control, as well as the other pit bull. Also new tonight, an autopsy shows the man killed in a shooting involving police officers earlier this summer had 14 gunshot wounds. This happened at the Burger King in Clinton, and in viewer video sent to CBS North Carolina, you can hear several shots being fired. Police say 53-year-old John Coffey was in his pickup and opened the door and pointed a gun at police before they shot him. 7 officers involved in the incident are still on leave.